my friends. Let me say welcome to another episode of John Sports Corner. I was speaking to John a couple of minutes ago, and John was telling me how warm it was in New York. John, you're a lucky boy. You're a lucky man.
You know, I sing this song, Trevor, baby, it's cold outside. I tell you. Yeah.
Well, let me say welcome to John Sports Corner and take it down the road, John. Welcome to John
Thank
Sports
you.
Corner.
Thank you so much, Trevor. Once again, folks, a very good afternoon. And again, before we march into this afternoon sports roundup, let me again invite you to go to Winner Circle Radio in the Sosofat shop and see what's there, and purchase something. There are caps, there are mugs, T-shirts, sorrel, and of course, again, the great Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee.
Oh, yes.
It does something to your house when
Oh,
you brew Blue Mountain Coffee.
yes, yes, yes.
That aroma is something else. But let's talk sports as usual. Birthdays first. Yesterday, can I say West Indies? I think he can still get into the West Indies team with some work. But West Indies and Jamaica fast bowler O'Shane Thomas celebrated a birthday today. She's regarded as probably the greatest female football player, soccer player. Marta of Brazil celebrates a birthday. And tomorrow, a good friend of ours, Trevor, and Mr. Charlie Simpson celebrates a birthday tomorrow.
Oh,
So
yes.
to another Charles, but a basketballer named Charles Barkley, he celebrates a birthday tomorrow also.
Now, when you say Charles Simpson, you mean Hall of Famer Charles Simpson, right?
Hall of Famer Charles, let me put it right. Hall of Famer Charles Simpson. Yes, she celebrates her birthday. And then on Friday, Guyana and West Indies cricketer Kima Paul celebrates her birthday. Also, KVM Hajan out of Dominica and West Indies cricketer celebrates. Former West Indies cricketer Keith Atherton celebrates her birthday on Friday. And another Jamaica and West Indies former cricketer who would have celebrated a birthday on Friday, Desmond Lewis. On Saturday, a good friend of mine by the name of Howard Bell, most people call him Juicy, and I often wonder why they call him Juicy. But I do know why. But yeah, Howard Bell celebrates a birthday. So too, the man who is at the helm of Cavaliers Football Club now, Rudolph Speed, he celebrates a birthday on Saturday. Then on Monday, reggae boy and Jamaica player currently, Alex Marshall, celebrates a birthday. The opening of the ICC Champions Trophy bowled off today between defending champions Pakistan and New Zealand at Karachi.
Oh.
Defending champions Pakistan going down to a 60-run defeat to New Zealand.
Oh.
New Zealand 320 for 5 declared in their 320 for 5 from their 50 overs. And when I saw those runs, Trevor, I said, you know something? Runs on the board, those are big runs. Tom Latham got 118 not out. Will Young 110. Glenn Phillips 61. Nazim Shah 2 for 63 from his 10 overs. Harris Roth 2 for 83 from his 10. Pakistan 260 in 47.2 overs. Pushdale Shah 69. Babar Azam 64. Will O'Rourke 3 for 47 from 9 overs. Mitchell Satner, 3 for 66 from 10. And Matt Henry, 2 for 25 from 7.2 overs. Tomorrow, Bangladesh takes on India in Dubai. And Jamaica and West Indies cricketer Stephanie Taylor has stepped aside as Jamaica women's cricket captain. Rashada Williams will wear the captain's armband now. And while giving up the captaincy, Stephanie says retirement is not in the cards just yet and hopes to be fit enough to play in the upcoming Cricket West Indies 50-over tournament that bowls off February 24th in St. Kitts.
Okay.
Barbados women take on Guyana women at Connery Sports Club. Jamaica women take on Trinidad and Tobago women at Warner Park. Windward Islands women play Leeward Islands women at St. Paul's Sports Complex. And folks, Haley Matthews, the Cricket West Indies women's captain, and Deandra Dotting will miss the tournament. Cricket West Indies 4-day regional championships round 3 results ended last weekend. At Kensington Oval, Jamaica Scorpions lose their second regional game, this time to Barbados Royals by 9 wickets. Royals 293 and 121 for 1. Scorpions 231 and 180.
Okay.
At Guyana National Stadium, the Guyana Harpy Eagles and West Indies Academy, that game ended in a draw. Eagles 253 and 44 for 4. Academy 249. Virasamy Permaul 6 for 75 in the Academy's second innings. That game was affected by rain. At Windsor Park, Windward's Volcanoes and this combined campuses and colleges game ended in a draw. Volcanoes 248, the campus men 216 and 60 without loss. Darrell Cyrus 5 for 71 in the combined campuses first innings. Akeem Jordan 5 for 52 in the Volcanoes innings. At Warner Park, the Leeward Hurricanes and the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force, that game also ended in a high-scoring draw. The Red Force men 529 for 5 declared and 191 for 3. Hurricanes 433 rather. Jason Mohammed 204 not out, and Joshua Da Silva, he scored 100 not out in the second innings. While for the Hurricanes, Michael Louis 110 and Kadeem Henry 100 even, scoring centuries for the Hurricanes. Guyana Harpy Eagles sits atop the points table after 3 rounds with 57.6 points, followed by Trinidad and Tobago Red Force 55.4 points, Leeward's Hurricanes 50.8 points, Barbados Pride 50 points even, Jamaica Scorpions 33.2 points, Windward's Volcanoes 16.8 points, and at the bottom of the table, the college men 12.8 points. Round 4 is scheduled for March 5th through the 8th as the tournament takes a 2-week break. Because of lighting not meeting international standards, the Cricket West Indies day-night 4-day fixture between Jamaica and Guyana Harpy Eagles, scheduled for Sabina Park March 5th through the 8th, will now be a day game.
Okay.
At the beginning of the tournament, the Cricket West Indies talked about all the teams in the competition would be playing one day-night game. Well, this day-night, I wonder what they're going to do now that Jamaica is unable to play at Sabina as a day-night game, if they will schedule a day-night game somewhere else for Jamaica. Anyway.
So what's wrong with the lights, John?
they're not meeting international standards when they turn them on at night, Trevor. They're not bright enough.
You need some Cuban light bulb.
Maybe. or they need. And we'll get to that lighting situation in a little while. But in the round four, the other games in round four, the Windward's Volcanoes will be playing the Leeward's Hurricane at the Darren Sammy Stadium. West Indies Academy take on the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force at the Coolidge Cricket Ground, and Barbados Pride against the combined campuses and colleges at Kensington Oval. Now, at the conclusion of round three, let's take a look at the batting and bowling statistics. Trinidad and Tobago's Jason Mohammed leads the batting with 483 runs. He has scored 3 consecutive centuries, a century in each of the games that he has played.
Oh.
Followed by Jonathan Drakes of Barbados. He has 303 runs with 2 centuries, including 2 centuries. John Campbell of Jamaica, 299 runs. He scored a century. Craig Brathwaite, Barbados, 290 runs, and he scored a double century in his first game back from West Indies duty. On the bowling side, Trinidad and Tobago's Kari Pierre leads the bowlers with 26 wickets, followed by Raheem Cornwall of the Leewards with 17 wickets. Veerasamy Permaul, 16 wickets with the Guyana Harpy Eagles. Joshua Bishop with the West Indies Academy, 14 wickets. Nicholas Poran, Andre Russell, Kieran Pollard, and Sunil Narain have all been retained by their respective Major League Cricket franchises in the U.S., while Akil Hussain has been released by defending champions Washington Freedom and is available to any team in today's draft. Australia's Travis Head has also been released by the Washington Freedom. Former England wicketkeeper Paul Nixon has replaced Shivnarine Chanderpaul as the Antigua and Barbados Falcons head coach for the upcoming Caribbean Premier League season. He previously coached the Jamaica Talawas franchise. In track and field news, it seems as if the resurfacing of the National Stadium track has won the race. As what is priority in sports world Jamaica? Resurfacing the stadium track before champs or bringing the lighting at Sabina Park up to international standards before Australia arrives for a test match and a couple 2020s in July. Let me drop a source of bone quip here, Trevor. And that is, I hope the resurfacing of the National Stadium wasn't prioritized over Sabina Park's lighting because of the inaugural Grand Slam track meet scheduled for April. That the resurfacing was decided on with the health of our young athletes' well-being in mind.
You know, John, my question is, who is paying for it? And in light of the fact that the one party has kicked out the other party where the KFAC is concerned, is that something now that is politically influenced?
Well, the government, I think, is picking up a chunk of that money for both the lighting at Sabina Park and for the resurfacing of the track at the National Stadium. It has come under severe questioning recently since 2025 year has started.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, with champs coming up in March, end of March, and again, and that inaugural Grand Slam track meet, which former U.S. gold medalist Michael Johnson is a part of that group,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, you want to make sure that a meet of this magnitude is being um, run on a good track. So yes,
Mm-hmm.
they had to do some. They were patching the track this year in spots, Trevor, and
Well,
but anyway, Sports Minister Babs Grange said that a contract was signed with track manufacturers, Recortan, and work will begin on the track in the coming days. Of
John,
course, resurfacing includes um, marking the track to meet world athletic standards.
John, I hate to say this, but again, I ask the question: how does Jamaica measure the impact of sports on the economy, on tourism, and on the Jamaican brand?
Hmm.
Because I would figure that every year, John, in light of the fact that their main branding is being done by our athletes and their performance, which you cannot say you're not getting returns on your money. No one, I think, in Jamaica, John, would be upset at any one of the governments if they were to put a sizable portion of their budget towards sports development in the island.
Hmm.
Okay? Because they have seen that our country has grown as a result of sports. Our tourism industry is dependent on the branding that sports brings. Okay, going all the way back as far back as we want to look, from cricket to a track, guys like Donald Quarry coming up, the bobsled team, to soccer, to track and field. Pick them out, John. I can identify them as the biggest branding aspect of our country. What else do we have? We have reggae music. I will not sneer on Bob Marley and the impact of reggae music. Okay? Yes, that has played a significant role also in the branding. But after we leave reggae music, John, who comes in second and who comes in third and who comes in fourth? Sports.
Well, you look at the impact our sporting teams have had internationally,
Yes.
Trevor. And I remember when Jamaica qualified for their first World Cup in '98,
Mm-hmm.
and having post World Cup conversations with then President Captain Horace Burrell.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember asking him the question, and I'm going to see if I can find that tape, Trevor.
Uh-huh.
What was it like at that first World Cup? And his reaction.
Mm-hmm.
And by his reaction alone, it tells you the impact that Jamaica sporting teams had. You look at our netballers now, and the impact they have when they go to a tournament, a world tournament.
Uh-huh.
Um, you look at our footballers, both the reggae boys and the reggae girls,
Mm-hmm.
and the impact they have at a tournament when they go. So, and I mean, and I'm putting track and field aside
And don't forget,
because
John, don't forget
because
the impact of the Jamaica bobsled team.
you know, and and you have a lot of our athletes today who are now switching to bobsled in
Mhm.
some form, part of that whether they push or they steer,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
So yes, you
So
have
you
to
would
wonder
so you would
why
think,
more
yes,
you
well,
have
I
to
mean,
wonder why more attention isn't given by this government to sports development.
yes, John.
And you know,
I think they're negligent, John. You know, you have to say that they are negligent, okay? Because it cannot be denied that Jamaica is regarded as the sports capital of the world, John.
At the same time, Trevor, there's the other side of the coin. Somebody might say, why are you putting so much money in sports and the roads need fixing? Look at those potholes.
Well,
You
well,
know,
but, listen,
so
but the fact remains, John, that they are not putting the money in sports and the potholes are not getting fixed.
well, you know, but and I firmly believe, Trevor. But you see, Trevor, you have to wonder, though, we talk about the government putting money in sports. What about corporate Jamaica?
Well, corporate Jamaica.
You look at sports here, Trevor,
Uh-huh.
and you see McDonald's, you see Chase Bank, you see name them,
But
and and and
they're
some of the
following the
stadiums even have.
but they're following the leadership of the government, John. Because first the government will give a company, an investor, a developer, tremendous either state or city tax breaks, okay, to invest in bringing a sports center and bringing jobs, John. They talk about you see every time they say sports in this country, and you're gonna give somebody a $50 million tax incentive to develop a stadium. They're talking about how many jobs simultaneously as they're speaking, John. They're mentioning how many jobs they're bringing into the area, okay?
Mhm,
Simultaneously. And
mhm,
all the companies, John, that normally now you've mentioned that come to the table, they're looking at also tax write offs, John, okay? That is, they're investing in the development. And for them also, it's a tax write off. And it's a
mhm,
branding opportunity for them, okay? To brand with that city or brand with that community where the government has shown an interest in development. Okay? Because listen, whether it be sports or not, John, we always talk about how much sweetheart deals these investors get when they're coming in to bring a distribution center. Okay?
mhm,
How much how many years they go by without having to pay any taxes, John, as private corporations, because they're gonna open a distribution center in Queens or in some place. And what they're saying is the government is gonna make their money from the taxes because they're gonna hire 2,000 people, John.
yeah.
Yes,
Mm,
we have a negligence problem in the Caribbean, John, because
yeah.
there's no shortage of money down there.
But
Okay,
it probably is a part of, may I say, part of our history or upbringing, our um what's the word I'm looking for?
corruption culture.
Well, well, I mean, here we have Usain Bolt asking about his millions. What's the deal? What's up, Doc?
Exactly.
you know. Anyway, Trevor, moving on. More news in the world of track and field. I guess 6 Jamaicans, 3 men and 3 women, including Tokyo 110 hurdles gold medalist Hansa Parchment, have joined the Grand Slam track. The inaugural meet again of the 4 meet track and field league, scheduled to open in Jamaica April 4th through the 6th at the National Stadium. Parchment will be joined by fellow sprint hurdler Orlando Bennett, 400 hurdler Malik James King. The women are 100 hurdler world champion Danielle Williams, 400 hurdler Cheyenne Salmon, and world under 20 100-meter champion Alana Reed. 4 other Jamaicans previously announced for the meet are 400 hurdler Roshane Clark, sprinter oblique Civil, sprint hurdler Akira Nugent, and 400-meter runner Nikisha Price.
Mhm.
Day 2 of the Central Athletics Championships at the GC Foster College. I don't have those results yet. Today's day 2, but in day 1, San Diego boys and Edwin Allen girls leading the points table. San Diego boys 131 points. Edwin Allen boys second so far, 116 points. Clarendon College boys 71 points in third place. Edwin Allen girls 163 points. Homewood Technical 115 and Heidel 105 points. Heidel's Shemonique Hazel won the girls class 100 in a personal best and meet record 11.55 seconds. Edwin Allen's Dominican-born Tyrell Etienne was also in record-breaking mood with a personal best and meet record 11.56 seconds in the girls class 2 100 meters. On the boys' side, St. Jago's class 3 Giovanni Finley impressed with a meet record 11.87 seconds to win the 100 meters. The hundreds, the 400s, and the 1500 finals in all classes were run on day 1, and again day 2 is in progress. In fact, coming probably to a close right now. Day 3 tomorrow, also at the GC Foster College. Come Saturday, the big pre-champs meet. The 48th renewal of the Gibson McCook Relays at the National Stadium is also a champs qualifier. One of the things that life has taught me, and I appreciate, Trevor, is that success does not come easy. But when you are successful, share that success with others.
Oh, yes.
So it is good to see our successful athletes today giving back. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price has just donated $50,000 to her alma mater, Wilma's Girls. That's 50,000, I understand, US, Trevor.
Please repeat that, John.
I understand it's 50,000 US. And when I say US, I don't mean us. You know. Sub-10 King Asafa Powell made a significant donation to Camperdown High School netballers so they can make a trip to Florida to participate in the 2025 Florida Netball Classic set for April 19th and 20th. Meanwhile, retired 3-time Olympian and world champion medalist Juliet Campbell donated Puma spikes and Jamaica $200,000 to the Harbor View Primary School track and field program. I know Usain Bolt also make donations, contributions to his high school, William.
Well, he has a foundation, John.
Some significant dollars too.
Yes, he has a foundation
and equipment. Yeah.
He has a foundation in place. So we do not question that. I mean, he's a national leader, John. So we do not question his commitment to the country. Although recently he has to be scratching his chin because
and maybe scratching other parts too. But But and talking about Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price, Trevor, after an injury-riddled 2024 season, Shelly-Ann has said she is back in training and looking forward to the 2025 season. However, she has not revealed who her new coach is. And she left Elite Performance.
So she's not resigning, John. I thought there were some whispers out there that Pop Mama Rocket might decide to
Well, she said that last year was her last Olympic Games.
Okay.
Yeah. but she didn't say she wouldn't run anymore.
Mm.
And as I mentioned, you know, she was at the Elite Performance Track Club under Ronaldo Walcott, and she left after last season. Anyway,
Okay.
congratulations certainly in order to Ines Turner, a Jamaican Olympian and U.S. Collegiate Hall of Famer for guiding Fayetteville State University women's team to another CIIA Indoor Track and Field Championship title, their
Mhm.
fifth in 6 seasons. Along with the championship, she was once again named CIAA Women's Coach of the Year. Congratulations, Ines Turner. 2019 long jump world champion Tajay Gale opened his season with a leap of 8.15 meters to win the horizontal jump at Friday's Tyson Invitational in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Tajay is being coached by Kerry Lee Ricketts now after he left the MVP club where he was last year. I have been reliably informed again that a track meet is coming to Mount Vernon in April. A tri-state athletes tri-state athletes will get a chance to match spikes against their Jamaican and Caribbean counterparts. The meet will be called the Next Gen Invitational Relays, but I'll have more on that in ensuing weeks. And again, you know, just want to mention again, Trevor, that this weekend, this Saturday, the Gibson Relays, which will be the 48th renewal of the Gibson Relays at the National Stadium. Of course, you know, you can also view the meet on One Spot Media. You can buy a package and watch the meet from the first race to the closing ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
In football news, Jamaica Regional Reggae Girls coach Hubert Busby named his squad for the friendlies against Peru, scheduled for February 23rd and 26th in Lima. And the team is in goal: Rebecca Spencer, Alia Morgan, Leah Brooks. In defense, Alison Swaby, Chantel Swaby, Nia Cardoza, Shibon Wilson, Jasmine Ferguson, Denisha Blackwood, Cameron Simmons, Naima Ingleton. In midfield, Atlanta Primos, Jerry Butts, Amelia Van Janten, Drew Spence, Jade Bailey, Olufolasade, Ademolikon. Forwards are Tiffany Cameron, Kayla McKenna, Shaniel Buckley, Jody Brown, Rihanna Blades, Rashia Walker. No Khadija Bonishaw because she has just returned to action following a leg injury, and the decision was taken to keep her out of these friendlies until she gets more playing time under her belt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Also, other veteran players missing from the squad are Shania Hales and Konya Plummer. And according to Coach Busby, their absence was due to discussions with their clubs to address concerns with load management and injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica under-17 Reggae Boys stumbled against El Salvador in the CONCACAF under-17 Men World Cup qualifiers by losing a heartbreaking 2-1. A draw, and they would have been on the flight to the 2025 FIFA Under-17 World Cup. The young Reggae Boys opened their quest with a 3-1 win over St. Lucia on Monday and a 10-1 drubbing of Cayman on Wednesday.
Mm.
El Salvador qualified for the FIFA Under-17 World Cup for the first time.
Oh. Mm.
You know, Jamaica has been to 2 Under-17 FIFA World Cups in 1999 and 2011,
Mm.
but just missed this trip. Um, but you know what I'd like to have seen happen at this tournament, Trevor?
Mhm.
That the senior Reggae Boys coach, Steve McLaren, after the series against Trinidad and Tobago in Jamaica, that he would have flown to watch the young Reggae Boys as an observer, just to see if there were any under 17s whom he could invite to the senior squad for the upcoming March qualifiers.
That make all the sense in the world, John. Not only that, if you know that the senior coach is there, John, and you're on the field, your performance is gonna go up a notch, John.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you have to question sometimes what is it was it the coach's decision or was it a financial decision, John? His
I guess it's only
his
the
absence, John. His
only the
absence.
only the president and the GenSec could answer that one.
Maybe
You
we
know,
send him maybe we send him a telegram, John.
you know. Um. Anyway, it's some other scores at the under 17 level rather. Costa Rica 2-0 over Trinidad and Tobago. So, like Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago will not be on that flight to the under 17 World Cup, while
Mm,
Haiti blanked Guatemala 2-0 and will represent the Caribbean.
imagine that,
It's a
John.
schoolgirl. It's a schoolgirl football.
Mm,
Results: defending champions Excelsior 11 goals to zip over Immaculate High School girls.
well,
Homewood 14 to zip over Bel Air High.
you see, it seems that the public schools are beating the crap out of the private schools, John.
Well, it's high school.
Well,
Edith Dalton
but
15 to
John,
1 over
but
Waterford.
John, some of those high schools are private high schools now, John. That is where the top of
Yeah.
the top of the narrows goes, and asking them to go get sweat, run and sweat, John, is might not be in their best interest.
Anyway, Trevor. Alphonsus Davis 2-0 over Mount St. Joseph. BB Coke 5-0 over Aberdeen High. Kemps Hill 4-1 over Veertech. Old Harbour 3-0 over Central High. Central High did not have enough registered players.
Wow, that must be a private school, John.
Well, I don't know. I really don't know, Trevor. Uh, you moving along to Jamaica Premier League, results from last week: Cavalier 3-0 over Malines United, Chapelton Maroons and Veer in a 1-1 stalemate. Dunby Holding 1-0 over Waterhouse, Racing and Portmore in a 1-1 stalemate. Arnett Gardens 1-0 over Harbour View, Mount Pleasant 5-0 over Humble Lion, and Montego Bay United 3-1 over Tivoli.
Mm.
Now, there were some midweek games, and I'll just run through those scores too. Mount Pleasant 6-2 over Malines United, Cavalier and Montego Bay in a 1-1 stalemate. Veer and Harbourview also in a 1-1 stalemate. Arnett Gardens 3-2 over Waterhouse. Humble Lion and Racing in a 1-1 stalemate. Portmore Dunby Holding in a 0-0 stalemate. And Tivoli Chapelton Maroons in a 1-1 stalemate.
Mm.
And this was the first home game for Tivoli Gardens at the Edisiaga complex in the post-COVID era.
Okay, so we have to say that the Edisiada complex is a new complex, John.
No, it's been they've been playing there, but since COVID, they have not played any home games.
Oh, okay.
Tivoli has not played home games, so Sunday was their first shot.
Mm. Oh,
There are some midweek games this week. Today, in fact, Malines United takes on Dunby Holding. Tomorrow, Tivoli plays Veer United. Mount Pleasant plays Chapelton Maroons. Cumberland against Waterhouse. Cavalier plays Harbourview. Montego Bay United against Racing, and Arnett Gardens against Portmore. Now, the leading goal scorers going into this weekend's or after this weekend's games are Warner Brown of Arnett with 14 goals, Jamal Rowe Calvin of Cavalier 12, Shaquille Bradford Mount Pleasant 11, and there are 4 players with 10 goals. Brian Brown of Montego Bay United, Shanil Thomas also of Montego Bay United, Kimoni Bailey, Mount Pleasant, and Daniel Green, again Mount Pleasant. Meanwhile, Montego Bay United has wasted little time in replacing Argentine coach Rodolfo Zapata. Former reggae boy and club legend Paul Tiga Davis has been appointed head coach. Andrew Peart as the technical director. Montego Bay United, with 48 points, currently sit third in the Jamaica Premier League. Moving across the pond to English Premier League over the weekend, Arsenal 2-0 over Leicester City, Aston Villa and Ipswich in a 1-1 draw, Fulham 2-1 over Nottingham Forest, Manchester City 4-0 over Newcastle, Bournemouth 3-1 over Southampton, Brentford 1-0 over West Ham United, Liverpool 2-1 over Wolverhampton Wanderers, and Tottenham Hotspur 1-0 over Manchester United. Manchester United just cannot find a win. You know, or should I say, get on a winning streak.
I think I hate to predict this, John, but I think some heads are gonna roll.
Well, they have a new coach now, and he's been there now for about 5-6 games,
John,
So we just have to give them time.
if you're
But
allergic,
there's a feeling that this has been the worst ever Manchester United squad ever put on a field, Trevor. So maybe he can change things.
Well, I hope so, John, because if you're allergic to something, John, if you're allergic to winning, John, then it's
Nothing can fix that.
nothing can fix
they don't find the tonic for an allergy.
Okay.
Anyway, Trevor, just jump over to UEFA Champions League. AC Milan and Feyenoord in a 1-1 stalemate. So Brugge 3-1 over Atalanta, Bayern Munich and Celtic in a 1-1 stalemate, while Benfica and Monaco in a 3-3 stalemate. Women's Super League, Manchester City women 4-0 over Liverpool women. Khadija Bonishaw back on the pitch, and she tickled the net twice. Brazilian superstar Neymar is back playing football again, Trevor, following his extended injury spell with Saudi Arabia club Al Hilal. He scored his first goal since returning to Santos of Brazil when he converted a penalty in a 3-1 Santos win over Agua Santa. So far, he has played in 4 games since returning to Santos, but has not played the full 90 minutes in any of the games so far, as he tries to work his way back to full fitness.
Yes, that's good.
Ash Wednesday, March 5th, the 43rd staging of the Bob Marley One Love football matches at the Harborview Mini Stadium. This year, teams will battle for the Bob Marley One Love trophy designed by his daughter, Cedella Marley. Organizer Clive Busy Campbell said teams over the years asked for a trophy as an incentive for winning the winning team. And so this year a trophy is in place. The participating teams are masters and celebrities, entertainers, Christian ambassador, and referees. This
Oh.
year's honorees are Taros Riley,
Hmm.
Bongo Herman,
Mhm.
Ernest Smith, and Tanya Stevens.
Hmm.
You know what that song Tanya Stevens did, Trevor? It's a pity you only have a wife. What she said? She have a one man in her life or something like that. It's a pity. But I love that song.
Well,
But
you know, John.
it's interesting, because I remember years when I played years ago with my club, Trevor. I
Mhm.
remember one year we won the Ovaltine knockout.
Uh-huh.
And that's all I can tell you, that we won the Ovaltine knockout. There was no medal, no trophy, no nothing
Not,
for winning the championship.
not even a hot cup of Ovaltine, John.
Well, not even a glass of wash. you know. But I guess those days, those were the days, my friend.
Well,
Anyway.
yes, well, it goes back to the conversation we had earlier as to how much, just the building process that has taken to where we are in sports right now was even being supported or appreciated. Because yes, we know when we did have a stadium that was built, the National Stadium, and it has served what, over 60, nearly 60 years, John. And
Yeah,
so,
1962.
right, so we have to say that it took them what, 60 years to say they were going to refurbish the stadium, John, and act. I mean, those are, when you look back at the history of sports in Jamaica, and even as I appreciate the fact that they're giving or Hero, Shelley, and Fraser Price the keys to the city,
Mm.
but at the same time, I have to ask them why they're doing it at this time, John. Why are you giving Shelley and Fraser Price the keys to the city? And it's not that I don't think she deserved it, except for one thing, John. She got this is her second keys to the city of Kings at KCC. She got keys to the
Mm.
city in 2008 with Usain Bolt. So she has two keys to the city, John. So at that time, Doug McKenzie, JLP, was mayor of Kingston.
Yeah.
I
Well,
know that you have a different, and I know that you find that the KC has flipped the seat now, and it is now the PNP who is running the KCC, John. I have to wonder if she's gonna have a green key and an orange key, John. I don't know.
or maybe the second key can open a bank vault, Trevor. Yeah, well, no,
Yeah. So I mean, what I'm saying is that she deserved it from 2008.
Yeah.
So the fact that she's
And
getting,
to be fair, Shelley Ann Fraser Price deserves any honor that she
yes,
gets
yes,
from
definitely,
Jamaica. You know,
definitely. I mean,
she
that is
has
right.
real, and she has represented well.
Yes.
Yeah, she
You know,
has.
I mean,
And boy, she's a gem. She's a
I
gem,
mean,
Trevor.
do you think at this stage she should be getting equal status as Usain Bolt, John? National hero status, order of the orders of the orders. I mean, listen,
Well, she got them awards. She
yes,
has gotten a couple of those, and I think
yes,
it's
no, no,
one was upgraded.
I know she has been. I'm just saying that, you know, the only thing that she has not done, I think, we compare to Usain Bolt, is that she has not lost any money, I guess. You know,
Yeah, well, and maybe she's I don't know.
I know the name. What I think Walton Park Road is named after her now.
What? No, it is no
I think
man.
doesn't she have a road that has been named after her someplace down there
In Waterhouse,
in
where she
what
used to live.
in Waterhouse? Yes. So
Yeah, where she used to live.
right.
Mm.
So I'm just saying, that while we know, John, what our athletes have contributed, I question, John, when we see something coming from a political platform, John, that has not invested, John, in the sports program. Okay. because we talk about shams and we talk about all those things that are taking place. And the fact that when we go to the pen relays, somebody gonna from the government turns up there, John, to smile and take pictures, John.
Yeah.
We know that when it comes to the the village, the Jamaica village at pen relays, it is being sponsored by the diaspora, John, and you can count on one toe or one finger what you get from the government, John, to make it possible. Okay.
Mm.
And I'm
Mhm.
and I'm speaking about that from an internal perspective, not as a spectator, John. Okay.
Mhm.
So when you see them jumping on the bandwagon, while I say that our athletes deserve to be the engine going down the track, I still question whether they should be on the neck on the wagon that is attached to the job to the trap, John. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Because and
Right.
I say this because when you look at sports in America, John, it is well recognized and cities are behind their sports teams. And
Mhm.
you don't find the political parties are dancing around and jumping on the bandwagon when things happen, John. Okay, you don't find that they're trying to take credit. Yes, they will have a parade on Fifth Avenue if the Yankees win, or if the team wins. Yes, but generally, again, that is being sponsored by corporate, John.
Mhm.
Okay,
Hmm. Mhm.
yeah. So I don't want him to get away with murder, John, by posing for a picture and then claiming that they gave money to the reggae girls when the Marleys were the one that actually get them to the. Oh, let me keep up with that topic, okay?
Yeah, yeah. Let me not touch that one, Trevor,
Yes,
because there are some questionable things about that, that
yes,
should I say some inside information.
yeah.
Anyway, let's move along across the Caribbean for the second year in a row. Julian Alfred and Johnson Charles were named St. Lucia Sportswoman and Sportsman of the Year 2024.
Mhm.
Of course, the Alfred story has been told and retold. Olympic 100-meter gold medalist, 60-meter indoor world champion. Johnson Charles, meanwhile, performed creditably for the West Indies in 2024, as well as playing well in franchise cricket around the world.
Mhm.
Scores in the 2025 Windward Islands Cricket Board's Women's Tournament. Defending champion St. Lucia women defense of their uh, Windward Islands Cricket Board Senior Women's Tournament ended in a whimper,
Mm.
losing to host Dominica by 24 runs.
Okay.
Chasing 145 for victory, the Lucians managed only 123 at the Geneva playing field. St. Vincent and the Grenadines women are the Windward Islands fifth over champions, defeating Grenada women by 8 wickets in the championship game. Grenada bowled out for 53, St. Vincent and the Grenadines women 56 for 2 from 11 overs. The T20 leg of the women's tournament bowls off tomorrow. Congratulations again to Johnson Charles Trevor and to Kiana Joseph, voted St. Lucia's Male and Female Cricketers of the Year.
Mhm.
Both led their club franchises to regional titles last year. Johnson Charles with the St. Lucia Kings, while Kiana Joseph with the Barbados Royals.
Mhm.
Trinidad and Tobago stickmen, that is in hockey, in Croatia for the Federation International Hockey Indoor World Championship. They finished 12th in the tournament. They were defeated 7-2 by Belgium,
Mhm.
12-3 by Croatia, and Malaysia, 6 goals to 4. They were actually leading 2-zip in that game. Um, in the Trinidad and Tobago Premier League, Defence Force 5-1 over Point 14, the 10th consecutive win for the Defence Force, leaving them unbeaten so far this season. San Juan Jablotech 2-1 over Caledonia. Miscellaneous Police 1-zip over Club Sando. Eagles FC and Phoenix in a 0-0 stalemate.
Mm-hmm.
The Guyana Cricket Board has announced Saturday, March 1st, for their next annual general meeting and election of officers. In March 2021, Bisundial Singh was elected unopposed as Guyana Cricket Board president, and as of now, no challengers have emerged to contest the position come March 1st. In fact, neither has Singh confirmed that he will run again.
Mm.
St. Lucia to host the Caribbean Boxing Championship February 27th to March 3rd. The championships last held in 2019. No word yet on how many Caribbean teams will be entered.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, the Super Bowl is over and done and dusted, Trevor. And we have talked about Super Bowl, but coming up, of course, the baseball season,
Mm-hmm.
and certainly looking forward to another wonderful baseball season. Just hoping that my Yankees can win this one, this World
Oh yes,
Series.
yes, yes. And also, John, we just came out of All-Star Weekend for the NBA, and of course, there's a lot of grumbling as to the format
Yeah,
that took place, and some of the players are even endorsing the idea that they should have the world against the USA. And that would be a more interesting format, I think, because we would have all these international players all lined up on one team. And the USA now would have to be forced to get their stars, US born stars, lined up together on the other team, John. And I think that it would be a very, very competitive all star if we had all the Josic and the Dancic and the Embiid and the um as I call you my Milwaukee Milwaukee all star and all the other guys from Australia lining up against the world against the USA, John. I think that would make an all star to remember because now they'll be representing their countries, not their teams, John. Because when you have an all star weekend and players are only being identified as representing their teams, or being selected from their teams, it never rings a lot, John, when you find that somebody who was selected, like Anthony or Doncic or Adoncic, who represented the Mavericks, John, as an All-Star, and Anthony Davis, who represented the Lakers as an All-Star, and in 2 minutes and in two shakes of a lamb's leg, John, they traded those players away from the teams, John.
but
Okay.
you know, Trevor, I have to say this right now. It probably would be a very good game, if you took the foreign players now who are playing in the NBA
Yes.
and put them together in an all-star team
Yes, John.
or an all-world team. Then
All yes.
it would be very competitive,
Very competitive, John.
It would be very competitive
In light of the fact that
because
quite a few of our
although
foreign
the US goes to the Olympics and win the Olympic Games, when you play when you the stars who play the the foreign stars who play in the NBA, they are from different countries
yes,
and they're representing different countries in the Olympic Games.
that's right. But put
But
them
you
all
bring them
together,
together
John.
now
Yes.
in a all world team. you
And
know?
and, and I just wonder if Silverman, the NBA commissioner, is not doing it because he does not want to be embarrassed, John.
You don't want to be they don't want to be tested. You know,
remember when their combined US team went to the Olympics and they were not winning, John? They had to send the dream team.
Well, remember, you know, Trevor, it was college team that was going to Olympic Games, you know.
Well, that's my point. And when the US
And
could
when they
not win,
lose that gold medal, they say,
yes,
we have to change this now.
yes,
You
that is
know,
when
the rest of the
that's when they
world
send the
catch up with
dream
you.
team. They send the dream team, John. They had to send the
Yeah,
dream team at that time.
they said the dream team.
Yes.
Hmm.
So the question is, can college players in the US really find themselves above the college players from the rest of the world, John? That's the
Hmm.
question. Can they
Hmm.
compete and expect to dominate college players from the rest of the world? The US,
Yeah.
in order for the US to maintain that dominance, John, you're sending Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Stephen Curry, players who are so far advanced and above the players that they are going to compete with at where the US team is all NBA players, John. And you're
Hmm.
playing against teams that I might have one or two NBA qualified players, John, playing against them at the Olympics.
Yeah.
The David against the Goliath.
Hmm.
Need to be
Well, and you know, Trevor, I really didn't watch it at this NBA All-Star game, you know. As a matter of fact, I completely forgot about it.
well, well,
I
and,
was watching I was watching a cricket match.
you're not the only one. There are many, there are many. Listen, while we are able to have a lively discussion about the NFL Super Bowl and actually be talking about what the halftime show was about and the comments and the controversy and that has come out of it. We don't have that type of interest in the NBA All Star halftime show.
Mhm. It's true. And
Okay.
and it's like a football all-star game.
Yes.
You know. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's true. Anyway, Trevor, let me close here with a bit of cricket history
Mhm.
with Pakistan's Azhar Ali. Azhar Ali's test career, he made his test debut against Australia in 2010. He scored 6 half centuries in his first 10 test matches. He scored 7 half centuries plus a century
Mm.
in his next 10 test matches.
Mm.
He played in 97 test matches in all, amassing 7,142 runs,
Mm.
including 19 test centuries at an average of 42.26.
Okay.
He became the 4th Pakistan batsman to score a triple century
Ooh.
with a top score of 302 not out against the West Indies in Dubai.
Oh my goodness.
And
West.
that's where we draw stumps on John Sports Corner this Wednesday afternoon on the Sosa Bone Media Network. Remember to go to the Winner's Circle store in the Sosa Bone shop and pick up available merchandise of your choice, as well as the great Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee. Folks, enjoy the rest of the week. And remember, the Gibson relays are on Saturday, and you can buy the package on One Spot Media and watch the entire day's track and field event out of Jamaica.
Well,
Enjoy.
thank you so much, John. And let me say again, thank you to our viewers and our followers, because again, I'm going to say that we are growing exponentially with this program on sosofattv.com. And thanks to our viewers and our followers, John, in 5 months, we have cracked over 30,000 subscribers, John, in 5 months. and we have had over 7 million views, John. Up to date at this time and beyond, we have over 7 million views on sosofattv.com, which includes, of course, one of the anchors of the program, John Sports Corner. So let me say to our viewers and our listeners, please continue to share this network, John Sports Corner, and remember to remind your friends that they can go to sosofattv.com and watch John Sports Corner any day, anytime. And you can go to sosobone.com and go to Winner's Circle Store and support John Sports Corner by getting your merchandise, John. And as he said before, it's getting cold in New York, John, and you need to get warmed up. And you're going to get warmed up with what, John?
The Great Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.